Hello, friends. I've had a day. How are you doing? Because I hope it's great. So, this morning I woke up ready for today to be fantastic. And then, like, just a little while into it, I'm working on YouTube, relaxing, just sort of, taking in the day, getting ready for things. When my roommate, the they/them nurse, not the muscle mummy, so the they/them nurse roommate texts me and says, "Hey, my car won't start." At the bus stop to pick up your kid, because they were picking up the kid from the bus stop, and I'm just like, "Huh, that's interesting. Okay." So I get into my car, drive out there, because the bus stop is like, a ways from the house. And I get out, and they're already doing research. They're on their phone, click, 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 and I'm just like, so if car not go, we call people who make car go, right? Because that's my understanding of how cars work. I'm not the best at cars. So I'm like, okay, if we, sure, I have AAA, I'll call them, it's free towing, we'll take them to someone who can, but no, they go, no, wait, I think I've got it, yep, I think it's gonna be a battery, and I was like, what? Car no go, you have to you call people who make car go to a place, and then they're just like, battery, we're just gonna leave the car here and head over to the store to get a battery. And then I was like, okay. After the kiddo's off the school bus, yes, absolutely. That sounds fantastic. So, we head out to the Costco using my car and go in. Don't see, anyways. So, we go in. And they go to the, well, first we got some lunch, the hot dog. Oh, you gotta get the hot dog. They have a new Shamrock Shake thing. It's delicious. It's a mint shake. Get the mint shake with the chocolate fudge on the sundae side. Phenomenal. Like, eat your heart out, Shamrock Shake. We don't need you. McDonald's, we don't need you anymore. We've never needed you. All we needed was someone easily accessible to come out with a decently priced Shamrock Shake to replace McDonald's as an entity. Sorry, this tangent is important. It will not come up later. Anyways. So they go up to, after we eat, they go up to the like, they have a little tire office thing where you can get tires and batteries and things that make cars go, apparently. And I'm just like, cool. I don't understand any of this. You tell them what car you have and where you're going and, and what you need. I'm just gonna walk around with the kiddo and keep them entertained to make sure that, mothering things, and make sure that the kid's entertained, interested, doesn't have his face buried in a screen or is making a scene, So I pick him up, we look down the giant stacks of tires, we walk around, tap on the tires like drums, and there's a hallway behind the desk. And hear me out, it's not directly behind the desk, it is around, and there's no actual, me being behind the desk part of it. There's a hallway, and there's no signs that say that you can't go down the hallway. There's nothing saying not to go down the hallway. This hallway is clear. Now sounds like a fantastic time to go into a part of the store that I've never been to, because I think, right now, that seems kind of cool. So we just start walking down that way, and we're walking, and, past all these tires, and then, there's, they have a bunch of car batteries, on the floor, thrown around, and it's just like, I don't think we're supposed to be here, actually. This is not looking like the customer area anymore. I'm thinking we're committing a crime, actually. Hey, kiddo, hey, we might be committing a crime right now. We should probably start heading back. before someone gets mad at us for being here. So we start going back, make our way back to the main store area, and then we talk to the, and then like at that point, the roommate's already gotten their new battery in a cart, and it's just like, okay, cool. Let's go because the kiddo and I just committed a crime. One second. Wait. Move it. And the kiddo loves the bidet, apparently. They came specifically just to... I'm getting ahead of myself. Don't worry, I'm about to get to that part. Trust me, this is a whole story. So, so we're in this Costco, and we decide to go around the store part. I've got no idea why. Because we were there for a battery. Like, we were there for a car battery. So we start walking around the Costco. I think it's just to get milk and get some free samples, right? And then the roommate says, "Oh, hey, look, there's that bidet that you like." And I'm like, "The what now?" I look and there is a Toto bidet washlet just out on the shelf for like $400. It's like, this is a Japanese import. This is the kind I used while in Japan. Like, I recognize exactly that. I have sat on this, and it was delightful. I've sat on this before. It's great. I would like to sit on again. Yes, so let's do it. So I grab it. Like, okay, we're getting a bidet today. So we get that. We go back to the house. So obviously we have to install the bidet, because obviously that has to happen today. It has been decided for us that this is today's project. We found a thing, but now we have to install the thing. Right? Like, neat. We found a really nice bidet at a really good price. That's the brand that I recognize and really like. That's the quality that I want. That will replace the really crappy bidet that turns my rear into a shooting gallery with one that is going to be gentle and refreshing. How's that for how's that for descriptions? So we get out of the bidet and we start working on installing it. At which point, my roommate is like, "Hey, I think we should, I think we need to put a hole in the wall. Hear me out, because the bidet is a heated bidet and it uses electricity." Which is great. I mean, it's a heated bidet. What could be better for your butt? You can sit on a heated seat, go to the bathroom, and then clean off with hot water. That's lovely. It's beautiful. There's no outlet There's no outlet by the toilet. There's no outlet in the bathroom. There's no outlet there. None. There's an outlet over by the sink on the other side. You'd have to run a cable and presumably gaffing wire to put down the power line up to the sink. That sounds like a terrible idea. There's no place to plug it in. There's no place to plug it in. Okay. So, there's a wall, and then on the other side of the wall is his room. And that area, I'm like, okay, there's an outlet over there. If we put a hole from the bathroom into your room, then we can run it into the wall outlet there. Seems like a good idea, right? That seems like a pretty solid plan. And they're like, yeah, that's a good idea. So I grab the drill, and I start drilling. I start putting a hole in the wall where it will need to go from the bathroom into their room. At which point they walk up behind me and says, "Should we measure first?" Now, I had already made I had already made 2 holes in the walls, one on the side of the bathroom, the other on the side of the bedroom, and they did not line up. I can't imagine why. I used the most scientific method possible. I took a dowel rod, I put it in one of the holes in the bathroom, and tapped the wall on the other side, and asked the nurse to make a mark where it was tapping. I have no idea how it could be that far off. Like, this is obvious. This is just how you do things, right? You tap, 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 make an X, you drill. That's when they hit me with the, "I think we should measure this." Why? Why would we do that? We already have 2 holes. We just need to make them match up. Like, it's already there. It's already there. Look, there's already a hole there. Why measure now? It seems like we've already left that station. I say we just keep on going and see what happens. You know, I just feel that we just do it raw. You know, just full send it. No gods, no kings. We live or we die. Let's drill these holes. So we measure it. It's off by like 20 centimeters. Or more. Maybe. I don't, like, it's off a lot. And I may have possibly a little bit drilled the hole in their room into their closet. Not my finest work. Must be said, not my finest work. Okay, so, hey, maybe we should measure this. Well, I already had the dowel rod out, right? I already had a dowel rod out lying around to make the tapping noises, which inexplicably didn't work. I don't know. It must be some sort of non-Euclidean geometry. That's my best guess. So. Mind you, I have not had anything to eat today. I was going to eat with the kiddo after school. So, and this happened from picking up the kiddo to going to Costco to coming home to work on the installation. I had not eaten yet. Anyways. So we measure it, and we figure out we're off by a lot. And then we figure out, okay, well, if we drill this part through the wall here, we can probably... How do you hook up the water to this? Because we have this piece of pipe here from the old bidet, the one that, you know, the one that destroys your butt, the one that just is either off or big enough intensity to send you into the ceiling from the bidet. Like, it wasn't good. It was not a nice bidet. That's what I'm getting at. Is it wasn't fantastic. Okay, like, so that doesn't line up. The water line and the bidet input water line don't do the thing they're supposed to do. They don't, they're not the wrong, they're different sizes. And I'm just like, that's bad. That's a problem. That's gonna be a problem in like 10, 15 minutes. It's a problem we have to solve now. So, the plan for today was going to be, let's go get the kiddo some slippers. You know, I'm gonna, they're gonna come back with the kiddo from the bus stop. Then the kiddo is gonna, you know, chill for a bit, and then the two of us are going to go buy some slippers from the store. You know, from like just like, you know, a regular large big box store. So we get into the car to go out to a hardware store. And the hardware store is nearby. Okay, also there's no room at all in my car. No. Yes. There's no room at all in the car that we're in. So we have to go by Goodwill first, because there's two, I am not kidding, large air conditioning units sitting in my car. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Is it absurd, or is that normal? Like, we have a couple of large air conditioning units going to Goodwill. They're in the car, therefore we have to move them. This is a normal thing that normal people do, I'm sure. I'm sure of it. It's gotta be. So... Eyes are a bit weird. Yeah. Weird. I don't know why that is. Okay. Sorry, just making sure this is correctly. Anyways, where was I? Where was I? Yes. So we go to Goodwill. They don't accept the air conditioners. Apparently, Goodwill doesn't take air conditioners. So, oh well. Time to go to the hardware store. This is when the kiddo pipes up and says, hey, we were going out again after school to go to get me slippers. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The kid's right. Oh no, that was the plan. They're absolutely right. I can't say, no, this is more important. I can't say, no, I'm going to have a Med-B if I don't deal with this current problem. I can't say, the water for the entire house is currently off and no one can poop in our home. This needs to be solved first. Because that doesn't matter. Mom made a promise. Damn it. Okay. All right. There's another hardware store that also has some big box stuff in it. It's a hardware store that has, you know, like a little grocery mart section. So I just throw one to the wind and I say, okay, well, let's go to this hardware store for the part that we probably need for this bidet piece so that we can reroute the water so that the water can go through the house again so that the house will actually be able to, so that people can poop here before our other roommate gets back, mind you, and finds the situation unpoopable. So we're looking at like, okay, kiddo, let's get going. We're gonna go make our way to this other one, and I hope they've got slippers, because if they don't, we ain't getting slippers today, because I don't have the spoons to go to another store after that, and and this is what I'm like, I'm gonna have to push back my stream from 8 to 9 anyways. I'm already thinking like, okay, I gotta fix the stream situation first, because like at least let people know. So we go into the store. And I just want to be honest with you, friends, it was beautiful. The kiddo's just running through the halls of the store late at night. Nobody else is there. Just a little clack, 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 clack of his feet running down the laminates, the flooring in this bright hardware store. And looking down all the aisles of like toilet seats and baths and the lighting department, which was always the coolest department, right? Except for the fans. I hate the fans. Let's get the ceiling fan. I hate ceiling fans. I just want to put that out there in case anybody's watching that thinks that I might like ceiling fans. I despise ceiling fans with all of my heart. But they're running through the store looking at all these different aisles and all this other cool stuff. And it's just a beautiful moment, you know? Anyway, we get to the part where the bathroom stuff is where we can find this adapter. They don't have the adapter. What? What? I'm sorry, what? What do you mean you don't have... This has water coming in from here. It needs to go to this thing which wants to take water. What do you mean you don't have a thing that makes this do this? These are two parts for... Okay. Well, at least maybe we can match it up with something else if we could pull out the piece, because there's an extra piece around that we can screw in. They're like, okay, pull that out. Where is that? Nurse roomy, Oomphy, Buddy, Bucko, Chief, Buddy. Where's the thing that you said you were gonna grab? Where's the thing that you made very clear that we have to make sure that we bring this thing, and then you grabbed it and put it in your pocket? Oh. I don't know where it is. Okay, that's fine. So, Mr. Person who works here, because I flagged down an employee, because I'm that kind of middle-aged woman, I'm gonna do that, right? I flagged down an employee, and it's like, can you confirm that this would work? And they were like, yeah, if I know exactly what this is. And it's like, okay, cool, I can go get that and come back. Great. Fantastic. We're leaving. We're going home again. We're picking up the thing. We're coming back out. And we did not find any slippers. There was no slippers in the store. So Mom broke a promise then. Like, there's no slippers. I can't give... I'm sorry. We don't have slippers. I know you say that you're going to die if you don't get slippers, but you've been on this earth in this province for like 6 years now, and you will not die if you don't have slippers tonight. It's gonna be okay. I promise you, you will not freeze if you don't have slippers. Going great. Fantastic day. Couldn't ask for better. So, we go by the candy section, and I go over. I look at the nurse and go like, "Hey, I want you to say no to what I'm about to say, because I want the kiddo to see how I react. Okay? So I'm gonna ask you something, and then I want you to say no. Okay? Okay. So, we go by the candy section, because you have to... sorry. Because you have to go by the candy section to get out of the store. Instead of the kid asking for candy, I one-up him. Oh, yes. I one-up the kid. I say, hey, can I get one of those, some of those circus peanuts? This is the only place around here that sells circus peanuts. Can I get some circus peanuts? And my friend goes, no, we can't get the circus peanuts. We're not getting anything right here. We have to go get the part. And I go, aw, okay. We don't have to get the circus peanuts. We have some marshmallows at home. When we get home, before we go back out, can we get some marshmallows? Sure. Great. Because this is what the example that I want the kiddo to understand, right? I want this to be his reaction. I want him to learn this reaction to disappointment. You know, no, you can't get the bag of chips is, for some kids, a crying situation, right? It's a, no, this is the most important thing in my life. Like, no, I want my kid to see this is how mom deals with disappointment. Oh, I couldn't get that? Okay, that's all right. I'll do something else that'll fulfill that same desire later on that will work. See, it's very good, you see. Anyways, this is the kind of mom that I am. So we leave. We get to the home. I say to the roommate, hey, you go grab the part. I'm gonna go take care of the kiddo. We got this. So then I got some goldfish and some marshmallows, put them in little bowls, went over to my computer and delayed the stream by an hour. Handed the, because this was like, what? I don't know. Well, no times. So, and handed the bowl to the kiddo and like, all right, let's get back in the car. At this point, I'm expecting the kiddo to be like, I'm not going in the car again. I'm expecting the response to be, no, I'm done with car for today. And just like, yo, that's not an option at this age, kiddo. That's not a choice. And it's like, okay, I've appeased you with the snack. I have given you the candy. Now is the time for us to go in the car so we can turn the hot water back on in the house so that people don't poop and have it not able to flush, and then the house gets all stinky, and then it's all terrible, and nobody can drink anything. We do not have public water. I don't know if I've made that clear enough in that I live in the middle of the wood stuff, but no, we do not have public water. Just so this is kind of like, you know, live or die situation, you know? This is like, okay, no, we're getting this solved tonight, one way or another. We're getting this solved before the other roommate comes home, or else there's going to be a problem. So, we do get in the car, and we head over to a closer hardware store just because, A, the other one didn't have anybody who knew it, B, we failed on the slippers front. The slippers are a lost cause. There will be no slippers tonight. There cannot be slippers tonight. We can go look for slippers tomorrow after school. You do not get slippers tonight. You'll survive. You will live another day, I swear to you. I will make an oath to you that you will make it. It'll be okay. So, we go to the hardware store. And everything is fantastic, right? That's exactly how these stories go. So, we walking around the hardware store. I see someone in another department, and I just kind of preempted, like, hey, we need some help in plumbing. Can you send someone down there? Because the NB nurse has little social anxiety for that stuff, so I know I'm the one who's gonna have to be asking this sort of question, right? Like, you know, I got you covered. Don't sweat it. And so we get down there, and the dude doesn't actually, like, we start looking around before the dude comes, obviously, right? Yeah, no, that's fine. But when the dude arrives, it's like, he doesn't know what to do either. He has no idea if this adapter exists or if it's a thing. Oh, you know, I think this is sold in a packet next to the, over by the toilets. So we're leaving this part of the store that has the adapters to go to the part of the store that has toilets to get sure, you know what, buddy? I trust you. Screw it. Lead on, buddy. Lead on. You've got this. You take the lead. We'll follow you. Okay? Sure. That's fine. It's fine. He gets over there and pulls out a, I kid you not, shower hose attachment. And I was like, I don't think that's gonna do it. So another dude comes by, helps us out. By the way, they never misgender either of us, even the non-binary. Good people here. Good people here. I like people here. So he comes over here and says, "Hey, okay, so which one did you buy? Which of the bidets did you buy?" We did not buy the bidet at the hardware store, remember. We bought the bidet at the Costco because it was like $100 cheaper there and it was in stock. So we didn't, if he's asking me to point to a bidet in the store, I'm kind of screwed because no, I don't have that here. I'm sorry. I didn't get the bidet at the place where I'm asking for the thing to fix the bidet that you don't have, so I can't prove it to you. Wait, there it is. 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 That one. That one. That one. So we find, like, we see the bidet. We're like, okay, that's the bidet. That's the one we just bought. You buy it here, but it's the same model, and cool. Yep, awesome. That's the one. Perfect. Perfect. No worries. Don't even sweat it. It's fine. It's fine. That's the bidet that we definitely bought. That's the one that's in our house right now. That's true. Please help us, because we don't know what we're doing. So, he actually opens up the bidet box in the store, and I'm just gonna like, he better not ask for a receipt. He better not ask for a receipt. Please don't ask for a receipt. Please don't ask for the. But go, roommate, go take care of the youth of our nation, because they're about to like just start hitting things with sticks. They're about to start like just breaking things on the wall, right? Like they're just ready to grab a stick and just start, you know, seeing what noises the toilets make when you hit them with sledgehammers. Like, he's about to be a problem. I know, because I'm thinking the same thing. Like, these are my intrusive thoughts to this day. I was in that store and I'm like, man, I really want to take that long piece of pipe and flip it up and hear the noise it makes when it comes back on the ground. Just go whoop, boom. That'd be really cool. I'm the adult. I have to not do that. Boom. You gotta. Like, come on, you have a little whimsy, people. Have a little whimsy, alright? So. There we go. So, I'm like, you go take care of the kiddo. I'm gonna work with this guy. We'll figure something out. And then it's like, okay, now, great. Now what? Now what do we do? Now what happens? Please make this work. And he looks at it and he's like, oh yeah, you just need to do this and connect it here. And I'm like, no, it has to connect to this thing. It has to connect to this thing. This is the thing it has to connect to, sir. And he's just like, oh. So you need something that fits into this. And I'm like, yes. It needs to fit in that part of it. It's got to fit in that hose. If it doesn't fit in that hose, all is lost. All is lost. There is no more hope in this world. And all of my roommates are going to poop. Are gonna poop in the woods. Please. Because I don't think we can reinstall the other one. I think the other one is gone. I think that if we hook that back up and turn the house water back on, I'm pretty sure that we just make a new stream. A new river down the mountain is going to form in rivulets surfacing from this bathroom. Like, it's not going to be great. We do not want this scenario. We really need this piece to fit into this piece, or we are opposed. And so this nice old dude is like, oh, yeah, so we can put this in here and then it'll connect there. I'm like, what'll connect there? The piece that goes from here to here. What piece that goes from there to there? Oh, you need this piece. Is that a piece that you have? Oh yeah, they're right over here. Why couldn't we start here? Why couldn't we start and get this from the beginning and know that that's where we have to go? It's right there. Problem solved. Problems are easy. We just have to go get the thing to make the thing work. And why did we have to go across 2 stores and 4 different people helping us to figure out why the thing won't work? And I don't know how plumbing works. You just poop and it goes away into the septic tank, and that's all I need to know. I don't want to have to rewire the plumbing for a toilet, and I don't want to spend $600 to hire somebody for half an hour to run piping to the toilet. We shouldn't have to do that. That So anyways, he brings us over and hands us the adapter. We head out. I see a bag of sour cream and cheddar potato chips, and I'm just like, I just made an example in the last store about how you don't fall into temptation and how you don't need the snacks and that we have stuff at home that's healthier. I did a whole bit with that before, but Mom kind of needs those chips herself, and okay, nope, restraint, willpower, Jade, you can do this. All you have to do is check out and go home. Tell yourself what you told yourself before. You said it yourself. You have the goldfish at home. You have, I actually put the rest of the goldfish in those bowls for before. We do not have goldfish at home, or chips, or anything crunchy except for popcorn. And I still haven't eaten today. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. I haven't had any food today. Should I be getting these chips? Maybe I should be getting these chips. Maybe the healthy thing to do is to get the chips so I actually have a calorie in me. Maybe, just maybe, that's actually the best thing I could possibly do. Maybe I haven't fed the kiddo enough. I gave him a protein bar. I gave him, lunch at the Costco. So now I'm thinking about it. It's dinner time. It's totally dinner time. It's almost his bedtime. We need to start thinking about food. He needs food. I need food. We all need food. There's potato chips. Potato chips are food. We can eat potato chips. Potato chips are totally food. We can eat the food that's a potato chip. Okay, maybe we should. No. I just made the example. This is like within an hour. If I go back on it and get the potato chip, I'm just saying that you can, if you make enough of a fuss, you'll be able to get the potato chip. Jade, you can't get the potato chip. Okay. For the kiddo. For the. Okay. We don't need potato chip. Okay. Let's get the absolute hell out of here before I have a mental breakdown. Because Mom's about to have a minty bee, and I don't want that to happen today. So we get in the car, and we go home. Lovely, beautiful. Home where the heart is. And also where we have a couple of green onions. And that's about all we have of some, nope, can't think about food. I'm not going to wash my hands. I'm not going to eat food. I've been working with all the stuff on the toilet. I'm not going to touch anything. I can't eat food right now. That'd be silly. Kiddo, you go make yourself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or grab something to eat. Mom's going to go work on the toilet. Because I don't need to eat. Ever. Apparently. Okay. So I get back there, and I'm like, okay. We need to drill more. I'm going to sit back and let the calculating, hyper-researching nurse make the measurements for the, I feel like you're abstract. No, this is just me. This is just who I... This is me when I've got a story to tell. Okay, so... I grab the drill, and I'm like, okay, nurse, calculating roommate, you tell me where to drill, because I don't want to mess this up. Because I don't want to screw this up. So just point to a place, and I'm going to drill there. Okay? Great. Perfect. Fantastic. Quick question. Remember that dowel rod we had earlier? The one that I was, using to tap on the drywall? It didn't work that well, but I still had left that wooden dowel rod out. It appears to have broken into a very sharp point inside, and gotten itself lodged deeply within the cardboard box of the thing that we still don't know if we're going to have to return or not, because if it doesn't work. That's a lot of stab holes. Hey, kiddo? Could you freaking not? Could you just not That is a lot of stab holes. No, we have a woods. Go play with sticks outside. Go hit the brick part of the house from the outside. Like, just don't no, please do not stab things right over the plushie pile, because yes, of course I have a plushie pile. I don't know why you would have ever thought differently. And we are going to, if we need to return this and they see a billion stab wounds, and it's not even the 15th of March yet, then they're going to ask, it's the Ides of March. Beware the Ides of March. Caesar getting stabbed a bunch. Listen, these are the jokes. You gotta keep up. Okay, lock in, all right? So if I return this thing looking like Caesar, then they're going to have a few questions. Okay, kiddo. On a scale of 1 to 10 right now, I need you to be at least in single digits. That's all I'm asking for. Single digits, please. I don't think I'm asking for too much here. Okay. We're giving the kiddo with a storybook box that has, like, it's an audiobook player. It's called Yoto. Look it up. It's really cool. It's an audiobook player for kids. They come with these little cards. He can take one out, put one in himself, and switch around what channel it is for different story time things based on the audiobook that he puts in it. Lovely product. Fantastic. Absolute godsend. Love this thing. So, sit him down. He's working with that right now. The very sharp thing is back in my hand. The nurse roommate has stopped hyperventilating. I'm working on stopping hyperventilating because I ran out of spoons sometime back around the first hardware store. Like, I am running on empty here, okay? And I still haven't eaten, mind you. So, the hole gets drilled. And I feed the cable through the wall. Beautiful. Fantastic. Lovely. It just trails right in to the middle of the wall that has a bunch of insulation in the middle that you getting caught up in and tangled, and it's not going to the other side because there's insulation between the pieces of drywall. Because I guess that's what they do in houses these days. They put insulation between the walls, where I don't know where the mice are supposed to scamper off to and have tea parties. Like, this is, come on, Disney House Building 101. You're supposed to have a little crawl space for Bruno. Otherwise, how's Bruno going to live in your house, in your walls? No one talks about this really creepy aspect. No one talks about Bruno. I get it. That wasn't the joke. But anyways. Okay, fine. As is so often the answer in life, push harder. It'll work. And push harder I did. And just getting that, and then the nurse on the other side is like, okay, I got it. And I was like, really? Because I don't feel like I actually threaded it through right. I am just sort of pushing. I am just throwing this thing at a wall like it needs Viagra. Like, it's just not, like, really going. It's. I don't think that it's really going to be working, even if it did get. Sorry, even. And so they're like, I got it. I'm like, okay, let me go over and check. And they have fingers in the hole. He's holding one single prong of the plug because the rest of the plug won't fit through. So now we have to drill this one while not letting go of the plug so that it doesn't fall into the abyss into the wall, because the wall has an abyss. Of course it does. This place is fantastic. I love this home. It's so lovely. It's beautiful. Well, I drill out right next to my fingertips, and then I stop drilling and say, "Hey, can I get a wrench?" They hand me a wrench, and so I'm holding on to that. So I'm not drilling my fingertips anymore. So my fingertips will remain undrilled, ideally. And I open it up. I open up that hole in the wall. And it's like, okay, get it out. Awesome. Sweet. There's the plug. Here's the hole. Perfect. Perfect. Take this, move it over, and... This is too short. It's too short to get to the outlet. After all this work, it's off by just a hand width. Nothing. Okay. Can you get me a surge protector? We can plug it into the wall and then plug that into this. Like, my room has like 6 surge protectors plugged into each other, and it works fine. And there's no fire on here, so like we can just do that. Just, you know, grab that, put it into the wall, plug that into it. Well, that's fine. We're so close. We're so close. Don't let us lose it now. Don't let us lose it now. Please. Please. Okay. And so they run out. I'm holding it like a viper. I am holding onto this thing like it's going to bite me, because what if I drop it and it falls back into the abyss in the wall again? Because that was a one-shot deal. If I drop this in there, it is going to be like an hour and a half before I can fish it through again. This was a 1 in a million chance. This was a shot in a million. So. So they come back, and they're like, okay, so I couldn't find a surge protector, but I did find this 25-meter long extension cord. And I'm like, this is your room. If you want to have just a entire bundle of extension cord to cover maybe 10 centimeters tops, like just if you want to use that to cover this, sure, it's going to be a bundle of extension cord sitting in your room. But you know what? If that works, then we can poop again. So I'm happy with it. At least I can get to poop again. Great. Hook it up. Does it work? Oh, we need to go over there and screw it into the part that's on backwards. Hold up. Okay, look, unscrew that, flip it around, put it back in, screw it back in. Okay, great. All that's left, and we can turn the water on now. The poop is saved. We can go over to... So, we can go over to the wall, turn the water back on, and all that's left is to put on the bar. Ah, yes, the bar. Because this is a nice bidet. And I am, in fact, a fancy bitch. And I deserve a nice bidet. So, the bidet is, has a wall mount, and it has all the settings on there, and it communicates Wi-Fi to the toilet. You put it to the sides on the wall, and when you want the bidet, you click right here, so instead of reaching behind you and grabbing your butt to try to hit a button down there. No, nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. Someone probably wants that. They're weird. Anyways, so we I start drilling a hole on one side, and and he says to me, "Should I get a level?" And I'm just like, "Oh, that's a really good idea." Yep, I was definitely waiting for you to go get the level. I was not about to just drill it straight. Yeah, level is a great idea. Yay! Great. Yep. Definitely wasn't gonna screw that up. And this is like right before stream starts, mind. Like I am burning down, like, because we had to travel out and back to, you know, like stores that are not close by because, again, middle of nowhere. So now it's like, okay, home stretch. We got the water back on. We got the bidet installed. We got the hole in the wall. We've got actually 5 holes in the wall now, but 2 of them work, and I'm not going to worry about the rest. 2 out of 5 is not bad in this situation. 2 of the 5 holes work with cables in them, and the other ones are punk decorative, right? You know, you put holes in things, you know, maybe put some spikes around them. I think that'd be kind of cool. The inglorious. No. Anyways, let's put that joke aside for now. We can leave that there. Good, excellent, fantastic. Where was I? Oh, good. So all we have to do is. Oh, I was using the power screwdriver drill thing to put in the screw, and it slipped and it jammed my finger. So this finger right here has a very. It's not bleeding. It's not bleeding. Ow. It's fine. It's fine. I just need to do it again. Okay. They come back with the level. Line it up, put it in, slide it there. I'm like, okay, fantastic. I'm on in 5 minutes. Can you finish like setting this up, because this is just pushing a few buttons to connect this to that. Then we're all set. Great. Cool. Thanks, bye. Okay. Run over, hit the software start button on my computer. Run over to the refrigerator. Okay. All I need is a little bit of something to get me through, you know, food, because I have not eaten today, as previously stated. So I grab like 6 slices of ham, a handful of jelly beans, and a candy bracelet. You know, the kind where you nibble the candy off of it. Like, it was Valentine's Day clearance. It's fantastic. These things are great. Come on, don't tell me you haven't had these things. They're fantastic. Look. So right now, I have eaten half a glass of orange juice and half a slice of ham, lunch meat ham. And hi, how are you doing today? Kiddos in bed, Jay's on stream. I got a story to tell, and when my roommate comes home, they can poop without being surprised and disappointed in me. Friends, this is the life I live. Assigned VTuber at birth, with my luck and what happens to me. Okay, so in summary, everything's going great. And then again, what happened afterwards was, when I muted earlier, the kiddo ran in to tell me that the bidet is great, and he's using the bidet to wash himself so that he, because instead of taking a shower, which fine, but you know what? Tonight, after the day we had, you know, I'm not doing that battle. I'm not trying to do a shower battle. That's not gonna happen. I know you will fight me on this. So I'm like, okay, fine. This sounds great. You play with that. You get ready for bed. The nurse is gonna make sure that you go to bed. That's gonna be great. And like, awesome. So in summary, my roommate's car died, so I had to learn plumbing work on my own. And that brings us to now, a time in which I have had a jelly bean. So I think that I might go get something to eat, friends. But this has been a lot of fun. I hope you had a good time. If you were entertained, hit the like button, because this is my life. Because, so, like, if you subscribe, you'll hear more stories like this. I also do video game crap, I guess, sometimes. But, I don't know if that's... Also, I might be doing more content like this, but with, like, editing stuff and recording stuff, like video essay stuff about my life and events that happened. It might go on a new channel, it might not, but it's going to be a different format than a lot of the, yeah, it's going to be a different format than a lot of the, Let's Play stuff that I've been doing. So it'll be more like a place where I can do video essays with some animatics and some, yeah, storytime VTubing, and as well as video essays, because at the end of the day, that's mostly what I like to watch, is your video essays from, you know, Mini Minuteman or whoever else, you know, Climate Town, you know, these kinds of video essays, you know, Lockstein and Noggin. And doing video essays is kind of feels more like what I expect that I'm going to be best at, I guess. Oh yeah, Mini Minuteman rules. Hell yeah. Pro Jared is be another example. Like how he has his gameplay channel and his Let's Play channel. And the best example, the one that I've modeled this entire channel after, to be honest, Playframe. Playframe has has Playframe channel, and they have New Frame Plus, which is the channel for video essays about animation. There's a lot of subjects in which I am actually a expert. You know, there's a lot of things that I am actually a career expert in the anime industry, in the anime industry. So I have a lot of stories to share. So, Shifferless, I'm not familiar with them. Drop a link to them in my comments. Give them an @ and I'll take a look at it. But yeah. Or not an @ but like a mention. I don't know what it's called. Well, this has been a look into my life. This is what life is like for me on the day-to-day. I hope that you had a good time, and I'll see you again real soon, friends. Cheers.